Hey everybody, I just came down to the workshop and I was planning on doing a build with some resin, and I went to my container that holds all my mica powders, and I just realized like it's just a jumbled mess. Here, take a look. I keep it down below my workbench, and you pull out this shelf here, and it's just a bunch of powders all jumbled together, and you just gotta dig through. So what I was thinking was, why don't I go ahead and build a shelf for it? I've got plenty of space on the wall right behind me. It's a perfect place to put my mica powders, and I could put my alcohol inks there also, and then I have some resin dye and a Lumidust powder. And so I just figure get it out from under the workbench and have easier access to it, and that's what we're going to do today for our build. The great thing about doing a build for the wood shop is you don't really have to worry that much about the wood you're going to be using. It's not like it's got to be super fancy for guests to see in your living room. You guys will probably see it as you're watching videos, but that's okay. So the great thing about being in the wood shop though is we have so much wood down here. We're always got end pieces and scraps from other projects. And of course, if you're like us, you just don't throw that stuff away. So this is what we've got. We got our longer offcuts of wood out here, and then we've got our little bags and a bin full of our smaller pieces. And so when we're thinking about doing a build, then what we do is we'll just go over there, grab some wood. And for today, what we got is we're going to be using these three pieces right here. And so the first step I'm going to do is I want to mark out an inch in from the edge of the wood, and what that's going to do, so I'll just mark a line here. So what's going to happen here is the Caster's Choice containers, they're going to sit along this line here. I'm going to make 8 of them and mark off evenly 8 along this line until I get to 24 inches. Then I'm going to cut it off. That will give us 8 of these per board. So now I've got all 3 shelves done, and we just need to do a quick calculation. Yep, just as I thought. So apparently 3 times 8 equals 24, not 32. So apparently we're 1 shelf short. So let's just get on that and make 1 more shelf. All right, 4th shelf's done. Okay, so we got all the shelves are cut out and all the holes are drilled for the containers, and I have it laid out on the piece of wood that I'm going to use to hang on the wall. Let me turn the camera around so you can see what it looks like all laid out. So here we are. We got our shelves with 1 canister each on each one just laying there. And then we got our alcohol inks and our resin dyes, and then our Lumidust. And this piece of wood that it's on right now, that's the piece that's going to be hanging up on the wall. And it's going to go on this wall right over here. And what the next step is, I'm going to be taking my router and this bit here, and I'm just going to go through and just router out a line along this piece of wood here. And then these will just set in there about 1 inch. This is a 1 inch router a router bit that I'm going to be using. And so okay, so the shelf is finished and it's hung up right behind me. And so what we have here is we have our Caster's Choice mica powders, and we have our alcohol inks, the Alumilite dyes, and then our Alumidust on the very top shelf. So I'm super excited that this is out from underneath the workbench, out in the open, so now I can just come down, grab my casting resin and my mica powders or inks, and just get started, and I can see my colors right away. So I'm super excited to get going on a new project, and I just want to say thanks for all your support. Please subscribe and like the video. Bob and I really appreciate it, and until next time, have a great day. Bye!